Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In here, I want to explain materi cross culture understanding, chapter 3, stereotype. A stereotype is generalization of people group based on past experience, which are deep rooted in the physics of the people. Cultural stereotypes mean applying both evidence and our existing belief about the members of that cultural group. Stereotypes are called idiosyncratic if only an individual uses them, or they are social or collective if they are widely shared by a group of people. The term stereotype itself, as allegedly used for the first time by Walter Lippmann in 1922, is used today to mean readily available image of given social group, usually based on rough, often negative generalization. Although stereotypes can be positive as well as negative, they are in everyday usage most often understood irrationally based negative attitudes about certain social groups and their members. Within culture will be a range of attitudes, beliefs, values, and behavior. It is possible to generalize about culture, but care should be taken in applying those generalizations to individuals. When a person makes inference about a new person or about some social event, they use existing knowledge to reduce the uncertainty in the situation. A kind of stereotypes. 1. Nationality stereotypes. Generalization about cultures or nationalities can be a source of pride, anger, or simply bad jokes. Some people state that in all stereotypes there is some basis in reality as they don't develop in a vacuum. This system includes belief concerning those properties of human beings that may vary across nations, such as appearance, language, food, habits, psychological traits, attitudes, value, etc. 2. Racial stereotypes. There are examples of racial stereotypes too. For instance, the Asians are stereotyped to be good at mathematics. The blacks are stereotyped to be good at athletics and dancing. These can be regarded as positive stereotypes. Other stereotypes like all Muslims are terrorists is a negative stereotype, and many more. 3. Political stereotypes. There are also examples of political stereotypes. These stereotypes have been deep-rooted in the mindset of the general public because of the general interpretation of the policies of political party. Political stereotypes includes all Democrats are liberal, all Republicans are racist, religion-based party are hypocrite, all Democrats are stupid, and all Republicans are against the working man. 4. Gender stereotypes. The depiction of men in media strongly suggests that they are strong, adventurous, and active, paving way for them to be stereotyped in that manner. On the other hand, the depiction of women suggests that they are good at performing household chores and taking care of their appearance, and they are eventually stereotyped by these traits. Examples of gender stereotypes are men are masculine, women are good cooks, men are strong, adventurous, and brave. Women are in charge of the house, and men are in charge of the finance. B. Stereotypes in media. Many films, advertisements, and television programs show men engaged in physically demanding pursuits such as sport, rocking climbing, and beach surfing or canoeing. They also show young boys playing with action toys such as trucks, robots, and superhero figures. On the other hand, the same media show young girls putting on makeup, brushing their hair, and generally worrying about their overall appearance. Some other advertisements show mothers serving meals to their families. The depiction of women in such roles suggests that they are good at performing household chores and taking care of their appearance, and they are eventually stereotyped by these traits. In literature and art, stereotypes are either veritable character or situation related to this. Violet H. Herada James, 1996, conducted a research about stereotypes and the biases in recent Asian American fiction for adolescents. Several generalizations emerged from this study. C. Positive and negative side of stereotypes. Use they operate as a heuristic or cognitive mechanism to quickly gather, process, and synthesize information. In applying stereotypes, one is able to quickly know something about an individual. For example, if the only thing you know about a girl is that she belongs to a band, you are able to guess like that she likes music. People use stereotypes as a shortcut to make sense of their social context. This makes the task of understanding one world less cognitively demanding. Other positive side of stereotypes are people rely on stereotypes every day to help them function in society. To allow people to quickly process new information about an event or a person. To organize people's past experience. To meaningful assess difference between individuals and groups. To make prediction about other people's behavior. Given the social and cognitive necessities of heuristics, the problem with stereotyping is not the existence of the cognitive function. Other negative sides of stereotypes are oversimplified generalization, breeding ground for errant generalization, serve as a major source of disinformation about others, may easily conceal or feed into prejudice, racism, sexism, and other forms of bigotry. D. Dealing with stereotypes. 1. Between individuals. Once people get to know a person from the other side, they often will determine that the other is not nearly as bad they originally had assumed. In this case, getting to know people personally helps to break down the negative image. This is especially true when the people determine that they actually have things in common with people from the other side. Such things can range from enjoying same music, hobbies, or sports to having the same worries about children or aging parents. Depending on the context and other interaction, the image of groups as a whole may become more positive as well. At other times, people rationalize that their one new acquaintance is not like the others. But even learning that one person can divide from the stereotype is a start. The challenge then is to expand such transformative experience beyond the individuals involved to larger groups, communities, and eventually whole societies. 2. In the media. In the media also plays an important role in both perpetuating and in breaking down stereotypes. If they characterize particular groups of people in certain ways, their viewers or readers are likely to do the same. So if a movie or the motion picture industry in general characterize a group of people negatively, they are likely to be perpetuating negative stereotypes and making conflict worse. If they emphasize the positive aspect of groups that contradict prevalent stereotypes, they can have significant role in building mutual understanding. 3. In education. Educational institution and teaching materials also have the opportunity to affect stereotypes and hence influence intergroup relation. Efforts to teach about different culture and the history of different racial or ethnic groups can help build intergroup understanding. If it is done in an effective and sympathetic way, educational system, teacher, school, textbook needs to also try to paint a fair and accurate picture of the conflict and the different people involved. Being aware that different sides of a conflict will view what is happening very differently. In addition, we can deal with stereotypes by presenting more balanced picture of minority life in media, by reporting forms of human rights abuses, by portraying all groups fairly, keep on talking and communicating fairly with each other. Otherwise, these problems are going to get much worse. And the last is generalization in categories are necessary, but when they are too rigid, they can be barrier to effective interpretation of a situation. However, eliminating stereotypes is not possible, or if it were done, it would be detrimental to human cognition. That's all that I can explain. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.